Environmental chemistry. Environmental chemistry deals with the study of origin, that is where from the chemical species is generated, and transport, how it is going to be migrated from one place to other place, and the reactions, the chemical reactions that it is participating, and the effects, the result of reactions, the effects over the human system, and the fates effects followed by the fates of chemical species related total information study is said to be the environmental chemistry. Thus the definition can be given by environmental chemistry deals with study of origin, transport, reactions, effects and the fates of chemical species present in the surroundings, that is in the environment, is said to be the environmental chemistry. Whereas some basic terms involved in environmental chemistry are pollutant, contaminant, appears to be same, but there is a difference. Similarly, sink, receptor, speciation, dissolved oxygen, BOD, COD and the threshold limit values. These are the some basic terms related to the environmental chemistry. Next is pollutant as well as the contaminant. Pollutant is a part of environment, but its concentration is less. Suppose either by human activities or by natural activities, if its concentration increases, then it shows its adverse effect. Such kind of substances are said to be the pollutants. Suppose carbon monoxide, sulfur related oxides, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, especially nitric oxide, mercury vapors, these are all said to be the pollutants. And contaminant, it is generally not the part of the environment, but it is released either by human or the natural activities into the environment, and it shows its adverse effect. Such kind of substances are said to be the contaminants. Methyl isocyanate, which is Bhopal gas tragedy, that is CH3 N-C-double-bond-O, is said to be the contaminant. Pollutant is part of environment, present with the lesser concentration. If its concentration increases, then it causes adverse effects. Whereas contaminant is not the part of environment, but suppose if it is enhanced, if it is introduced into the environment, it shows its effect. That is said to be the contaminant, and first one is said to be the pollutant. Sink, the medium which reacts with the pollutant is said to be the sink, and it decreases the concentration of the pollutant. Acting as a host for the pollutant is said to be the sink. Seawater and trees are acting as good sink for the carbon dioxide. Similarly, microorganisms are acting as sink for the dead animals as well as the garbage, etc. Next, receptor, the medium which is getting affected by pollutant is said to be the receptor. Taj Mahal is receptor for the sulfur oxides, and the eyes are receptors for the carbon monoxide in the heavy traffic. Similarly, speciation, that is segregation of the pollutant into different varieties of categories behalf of their chemical nature. The chemical form of pollutant is said to be the speciation. Toxicity depends on the speciation also, like organic species, inorganic as well as the organometallic species, etc. And the methyl mercury is more toxic compared to the mercury. That depends on what? Speciation style. One particular speciation is having more pollution in nature compared to the others. Like this, one is pollutant, second one is contaminant, third one is receptor, and before receptor sink, receptor followed by speciations. Next is dissolved oxygen. Oxygen is a gas. Oxygen dissolves inside the water. The amount of oxygen present inside the water is measured. The technical measurement of amount of oxygen present in the water is said to be the dissolved oxygen. Generally, it is measured in grams for every 10 power 6 grams of water. That is 1000 liters of water consisting of how many grams of water in it is said to be its dissolved oxygen. And in scale wise it is mentioned in terms of ppms. Whereas dissolved oxygen, if it is 4 to 6 ppm, it is fit for the aquatic life. If it is less, then aquatic life survival will become difficult. So the dissolved oxygen as well as the pollution, both are present in inversely proportional with one another. The more the dissolved oxygen, the lesser will be the pollution. These are inversely proportional with one another. Pollution measurement inside the water is generally taken with reference to the dissolved oxygen. That is, dissolved oxygen is measured. The more the dissolved oxygen, the lesser will be the pollution. The lesser the dissolved oxygen, the more will be the pollution. In that way, dissolved oxygen is interrelated with the pollution, especially pollution present inside the water. BOD, that is biological oxygen demand. The amount of dissolved oxygen used by the microorganisms present in 1000 liters of water, that is 10 power 6 grams of water, during 5 days at 20 degrees centigrade is said to be its BOD. Whereas BOD is more, implies number of microorganisms are more. Number of microorganisms are more, pollution is more. So therefore BOD is also taken as reference for the pollution. More the BOD, more will be the pollution. Pure water, the biological oxidation demand will be very little, that is 1 ppm. Fairly pure water is consisting up to 4 ppm. Doubtful water is having 4 to 6 ppm. Municipal sewage water is having 100 to 400 ppm of BOD, that is biological oxidation demand. Fish becomes rare if BOD reaches more than 4. Whereas further increase in BOD more than 4, if it increases, even fish can die. And also there happens lead of migration of plants and the aquatic fauna. COD, that is chemical oxygen demand. The amount of oxygen required in grams for every 10 power 6 grams of water in order to completely oxidize the organic matter present in it is said to be the chemical oxidation demand. It is estimated in laboratory by using strong oxidizing agents like potassium dichromate in acidic medium. Whereas COD, BOD both gives the information about the pollution or the pollutant. More the COD, more the BOD, more will be the pollution. Threshold limit value. The minimum level of toxic substance or the minimum level of pollutant that is present in the atmosphere which affects a person adversely when exposed to it for 8 hours in a day is said to be its TLV value. So the lesser the TLV implies what, the more will be the toxic nature of the substance. The more the TLV implies, the lesser will be the toxic nature of the substance. So this TLV measures the toxic nature of the pollutant or the substance, and TLV of carbon monoxide is 9 ppm. If it is 9 ppm, if you expose it for 8 hours to that atmosphere, you will be getting affected. If it is less than 9 ppm, if the concentration of carbon monoxide is less than 9 ppm, then you will be safe. If it is more than 9 ppm, TLV, not TLV, if the concentration of the carbon monoxide is more than 9 ppm, then 8 hours of doing work under that atmosphere is very difficult. So therefore TLV value will be smaller, it is more toxic. That much is effective. TLV will be bigger implies what? That much of concentration is effective adversely. So therefore the lesser the TLV implies, the more will be the toxic nature. Toxic nature and the TLV values are proportional to one another. Yes, classification of the pollutants. Pollutants are basically divided into two categories. First one is on behalf of origin. Second one is on behalf of echo point system way. Whereas on behalf of origin, some of them are said to be the primary pollutants and some of the others are said to be the secondary pollutants. Primary pollutants emitted directly into the environment from a source, from an identifiable source, like sulfur oxides, hydrocarbons, carbon oxides, nitrogen oxides are examples for the primary pollutants. Whereas secondary pollutants, these are generated from the primary pollutants. These are not directly entered into the ecosystem. Whatever the primary pollutants are there, when they react with one another under appropriate conditions, these secondary pollutants are getting generated. Hydrocarbons on reaction with nitrogen oxides in presence of sunlight, it is converted to peroxyacetyl nitrate, which is known as PAN, is example for the secondary pollutant. And second point of view is biodegradable pollutants and the non-biodegradable pollutants. Pollutants which can resolve into elemental entities in environment are said to be the biodegradable. That is, substances are the pollutants that decomposes in the environment are said to be the biodegradable, like animal and the plant debris and the domestic sewage are examples for the biodegradable. Whereas substances which can't decompose or takes a lot of time for their decomposition into environment are said to be the secondary, that is non-biodegradable. That is mercury and the lead salts related compounds, aluminium cans, plastics, DDT. These are all examples for the non-biodegradable pollutants, and these are getting magnified biologically and they enters into the human system through the food chain. The next one is environmental segments. Environmental segments are divided into two categories. Some of them are independent segments, some of them are dependent segments. That is atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere are independent segments. By combining these three, the life system will be eligible, and that particular sphere is said to be the biosphere. Whereas atmosphere, here the several gases are present, nitrogen and oxygen are present in major proportion. Remaining gases like carbon dioxide, helium, such kind of gases are present in the lesser proportions. It absorbs all varieties of electromagnetic radiations coming from the sun, and it filters and it transmits the visible portion and the near UV portion and infrared radiations towards the earth. It maintains the heat balance on the earth, and if suppose nitrogen and the hydrogen proportion disturbs by any of the human activities, as a result the equilibrium of ecosystem is lost. Then it leads to the very disastrous consequences, very dangerous consequences will be resulted. The second variety of environmental segment is hydrosphere. All the natural water sources like oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, streams, glaciers, polar ice caps, groundwater, reservoirs, all are comes under the hydrosphere. Whereas water occupies almost all 80% of the Earth's surface, and out of this 80%, in that 97% of water is occupied by the sea water, which is unfit for the drinking. Whereas the remaining 3% is present in the form of polar ice caps, and very little percentage of water is eligible for drinking and agriculture and the remaining all other human activities purpose. Even though that sea water is not used for the drinking purpose, certain varieties of marine as well as the plants survives in the sea water. Lithosphere, the study related to the earth crust. The outer mantle solid earth crust is consisting of minerals occurring in the earth crust as well as the soil, whereas the inner surface of the layers of the earth contains minerals, whereas the deeper inner layers of the lithosphere contains natural gas as well as the oils. Even mountains, hills also comes under the lithosphere. Biosphere, all the living organisms like plants or animals, human beings constitutes the biosphere. Biosphere and the other spheres are interrelated with one another. It is getting affected by the atmosphere, hydrosphere as well as the lithosphere. And if water and the air, that is hydrosphere as well as the atmosphere, gets contaminated with any of the unwanted substance, it adversely affects the plants, animals and the human beings, directly or indirectly. Yes, reasons for pollution. Due to increased population, the pollution is generally increasing, whereas increased population leads to the increment of industrialization, diminishing of natural resources and industrial byproducts, followed by urbanization, deforestation. These are responsible for the pollution. And even new technologies leads to the new industries. The new innovations coming from the science and technologies in the form of new industries also offering new challenges for the environment in the form of very new primary as well as the secondary pollutants. Even seawater is getting affected and getting polluted, and it is endangering for the aquatic life. Even fertility of the soil is also getting affected by the pollution. The major branches of the pollution related things are categorized as air pollution, water pollution as well as the soil pollution. These are the major. Including this, some other detailed discussion if you go related to the pollution. It also consisting of pollutions like noise pollution, radioactive waste materials pollution, electromagnetic pollution. In many ways, pollution is present inside the nature.